Yo, what's up, Swag? And you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Keon, alright? AKA KL Swag. Back here with a video, man. Look, man, we about to react to 10 epic moments when NFL players face off. We're back here again with another TPS reaction. Let's get it.
It's actually not the most common thing to have two brothers being able to play in the NFL at the same time. Sometimes a brother is just entering the league when one is getting out of it. But getting those opportunities to see family members go at it on the gridiron really can make a game something special.
Oh, them brothers are big as hell. Some big ass dudes, man.
In the America's South, there's a popular saying in their culture: faith, family, and football. And as it turns out, there were a few families that really took that to heart. Because over the years, the NFL has seen quite a few pairs of brothers
CJ Moore,
and both make it to the highest level of their sport. Sometimes it's an older brother paving the way, playing in the league a couple of seasons, retiring, and then all of a sudden...
I heard of Chris Long. Okay.
Similar face. But there have also been instances...
Damn, I didn't know he had a brother too.
...active in the pros at the same time, which can make for some pretty epic showdowns, particularly if both guys are at or near their primes. So today, let's take a look back at 10 of the most electric showdowns between NFL brothers. First up, we have two of the more animated brothers in today's NFL, both whom are extremely talented players that seem to always find their way into the spotlight. Wide receiver Stephon and cornerback Trayvon Diggs. Their matchup came in the
Bro, brothers are balling.
Exhibition at its core, but it was so entertaining that it would be impossible to leave this meeting off this list, especially when you consider that the Diggs brothers delivered, I don't know, like 90.
And I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you. Diggs, bro, Stephon Diggs, he the reason why, now I don't got no money towards the way he have or whatever like that, but I try to put that shit on, bro. I try to look clean and have the drip, bro. He really inspired me in a way, in like how I dress now when I go out and like stuff like that, and especially the tattoos too with him, and Odell Beckham with the leg tats and stuff. He the reason why I want to get more leg tats and stuff like that, bro, because he's big in the fashion game. And I think his brother is too, but Stephon is a little bit more into the fashion than his brother is. But, bro, I fuck with Diggs hard, bro.
5% of the entertainment in a game that is regularly a snooze fest.
Like, I really want to get into that fashion world.
Awesome moments. My personal favorite was when they flipped positions and Trayvon lined up as a wide receiver while Stephon
that was clean.
Patrick Peterson impression, jamming him up at the line and maybe drifting into a little bit of a hold while the play developed on the other side of the field. But Stephon's touchdown was a close second. Nothing like watching the big brother put the outspoken younger brother on skates and then point at him as he cruises through the end zone for a touchdown. You have to wonder how many times that happened when they were kids. And while we're talking about a Pro Bowl matchup, we may as well touch on another one of our more frivolous but entertaining matchups. When Tim and Matt Hasselbeck, both former NFL players who were working for
I don't know them.
faced off.
I know Matt Hasselbeck, but I don't know the other dude.
Wrestling on the Sports Center set. Love to see Tim getting
Damn, they have bald ass hands.
There's something so intrinsically hilarious about watching the two bald brothers who are borderline lookalikes wearing extremely similar get-ups, arm wrestling in front of the other talking heads on an otherwise very corporate set. Truthfully, it was just a rather human moment for ESPN and an awesome chance to watch two NFL brothers face off, even if it was just an arm wrestling contest. Let's jump to the heirs to the thrones in one of the
Eli,
perhaps the most famous
Peyton
on an already star-studded list. Peyton and Eli, the Manning brothers. Obviously, most anyone who watches football knows the Mannings. But it's important to understand just how much buildup there was before their first duel during Week 1 of the 2006 season. Long before they were reinventing Monday Night Football coverage, Peyton and Eli were two of the most highly anticipated draft selections ever. Both were taken number 1 overall, Eli in 2003 and Peyton 5 years prior in 98. Peyton had so much success in the pros by the time Eli had declared for the draft. And of course, both brothers had NFL pedigree, with their father Archie having been a longtime quarterback. Not to mention Eli's own exploits on the college gridiron. So needless to say,
that's crazy. I heard about that.
Came around to draft another Manning. NFL GMs were salivating. Unlike Peyton, however, Eli was not thrust into the full-time starting role during his rookie season. During the reps he did get, he and the Giants were inconsistent, but There were definitely flashes, and after he led the team to a division title the following season, just his second year in the league, excitement was starting to build around Eli. Meanwhile, Peyton had racked up 2 league MVP selections and had quickly become one of the most fierce players in the league. So, when the news broke that offseason that the Colts and Giants were slotted to play each other week 1 of the 2006 season, there was a palpable excitement among football fans.
Damn.
Peyton's Colts defeated New York 26-21, and he would go on to win.
Tis the season. Giving is the best.
Going against each other. That part is crazy. That part is crazy.
Get last minute gifts from $2, $4, $6, and $8. Only at Old Navy and OldNavy.com.
In all 3 of the head-to-head battles between the brothers, all of which came in the regular season, as they played in separate conferences for the entirety of their careers and never once met in the Super Bowl. Too bad they couldn't take a page out of the Harbaugh brothers book and actually make the Super Bowl in the same year, because, man, what a scene that would have been.
Damn, Jim Harbaugh got a brother? I mean, whatever his name is?
Wild. Even though John and Jim were head coaches at the time, not players. Nevertheless, it's still...
Yeah, Jim, they got a brother?
Instances of
That's crazy, I did not know that.
In part because both of the Harbaughs...
Oh, that explains... Alright, I'm tripping.
And you can tell, really, just from watching that press...
So one is in college and one is in NFL.
And their antics on the sidelines, how badly each of them wanted to win it. And really, to me, that is what took it to the next level. And what an insane game it ended up being on the field. The game came down to the wire that year. John's Ravens got off to a hot start and led 21-6 at the half. And when Jacoby Jones ran back the opening kickoff of the second half for a touchdown, it looked like Baltimore had delivered a knockout blow. However, all of their momentum seemed to vanish into thin air when a power outage in the Superdome suspended play for over 30 minutes. Apparently, this gave San Fran the time it needed to regroup and launch a
That's crazy.
They scored
Super Bowl?
17 unanswered, cutting the Ravens' lead to 5. In the closing minutes of the fourth quarter, Colin Kaepernick led the Niners down the field, all the way to the 7-yard line. But they came up just short of glory, turning the ball over on downs after a controversial no call on 4th down. Between
oh my gosh.
almost comeback, the dramatic finish, the dynamic between the two brothers, and the cherry on top.
That is crazy.
To ride off into the sunset with a Super Bowl victory, there is no denying that this
Ray Lewis got that Super Bowl.
is an all-timer. While we're talking about otherworldly defensive players, how about the Watt brothers, TJ and JJ, both of whom have proven themselves to be top-tier freaks during their respective primes.
Straight dogs.
It was a pretty awesome moment when they faced off a couple of years back, and the two of them were captains for their respective teams. As competitive as they both are, the Watt brothers still shared a loving embrace before the game. This had to be a pretty cool moment for their parents, watching their children play one another at the highest level in football. Now, and lest we forget, the third Watt brother, Derek, was also on the Steelers at the time. And though he's not...
Okay, I saw him using Dean Productions clip.
No small feat to make it.
Shout out to Dean Productions.
And in this one, Derek and TJ got the best of Big Brother, as the Steelers knocked off JJ's Texans with relative ease by a score of 28-21. You know, the Watt brothers have actually been a part of a few epic brother showdowns. The first one coming in 2018. This one, however, did not include JJ. At the time, Derek was playing fullback for the Chargers against TJ and his Steelers. Of course, because he's JJ.
That's crazy. Playing fullback.
In the Houston media. We were just talking about it in the group text the other day, and I basically said, no cut blocks. That's the only thing. Just don't go at his knees. Otherwise, everything's fair. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. The other thing that added to the intrigue of what was then deemed the Brothers Bowl is that the Pouncey twins, Mike and Marquise, were also...
Oh, I remember them. I remember them too.
Mike, who's older than Marquise by 1 minute...
I've been watching football long enough. I remember them, especially the one that played for the Steelers.
Unlike the Watt brothers, the Pounceys were more than happy to talk a little trash back and forth beforehand, even if they wouldn't really be matching up with one another since they both played on the O-line. The last brotherly bash that TJ won...
I think one of them came from Florida.
This one was actually not with any of his brothers at all, came in 2019, when his Steelers were facing off against the Bills. At the time, the Bills had linebacker Tremaine Edmonds.
He been balling too.
Two of his brothers, Terrell, who played safety, and Trey, who played fullback. When the
what?
Off in
It's 3 of them?
The first time that 3 brothers have played in the same game at once since 1927, according to Elias.
It's 3 of them? What the hell? I did not know that.
Actually, the second generation of Edmonds to play in the NFL, as their father, Farrell, was a two-time Pro Bowler at the tight end position. I guess having those kinds of genetics really increased the chances
Tremaine is better, though.
Hitting the lottery
That's the linebacker.
by having a
God damn, he got a big ass
make it to the
nose.
NFL. Speaking of NFL pedigree, how about Chris and Kyle Long, whose father Howie was a phenomenal pro and a Hall of Famer.
Chris Long then stopped playing. He used to play with my Patriots.
The NFL media now. During Kyle's rookie year, when he was playing for the Bears, there was a huge fight that broke out against older brother Chris's St. Louis Rams. The skirmish took place largely because Kyle was none too pleased with the hit laid on his quarterback, Josh McCown. The altercation took a bit of a turn when Kyle swung a kick at Rams defensive lineman William Hayes, and though the refs didn't catch it, he was fined nearly 10 grand after the game by the NFL. He does perhaps also owe his big brother a thank you for running in and dragging him out of the fight when he did, because otherwise, who knows how the situation might have further escalated. The brothers also faced off later in their careers during the 2019 postseason, around half a decade later. While this one didn't come to fisticuffs, it was definitely an intense affair and another pretty awesome showdown for the Long brothers.
Damn.
Kinda like we saw way back when during the 1988 AFC wildcard game when Bruce and Clay Matthews, no, not the Clay Matthews you're thinking of, the original one, and one of the patriarchs of the now
Never heard of that before.
Matthews
TPS be putting me on with some history.
Giving. Oh, giving is the best. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, and a little something for the deal.
Never heard of them.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Get last-minute gifts from $2, $4, $6, and $8 only at Old Navy and OldNavy.com.
If you haven't tried Dawn Power Wash Dish
Damn.
Wash, what are you waiting for? It's Dawn's fastest and easiest way to clean everyday dishes. You just spray, wipe, and rinse. It cleans 5 times faster to actually break down grease on contact.
Don't
So
care.
spray your dishes clean with Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray.
family faced off. Bruce's Oilers ultimately got the best of Clay's Browns in the tightly contested game, 24-23. But it wasn't just the game itself that was so compelling. Bruce was one of the best linemen in the game at the time, and has since been inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame. Clay was a 4-time Pro Bowler in his own right, too, so there were a lot of expectations.
Is that Clay Matthews, the dude that I think it is?
Teams and the ridiculously competitive spirit that, frankly, the entire Matthews family is known for having, it's safe to say that this epic showdown did not disappoint. Now, last but certainly not least, we have the Thanksgiving matchup between twins CJ and AJ Moore. At the time,
he forgot the other brothers, bro.
Was playing for the Lions primarily on special teams, while his brother AJ played for the Houston Texans.
Now, I don't know them. I don't know those dudes.
A day that is all about family. Really,
bro,
to the drama.
do y'all know what brothers they forgot?
AJ was mic'd up,
Do y'all want to know what brothers on TPS forgot, bro? TPS forgot the guy with the one arm, bro, Shaquille Griffin.
Captured during the opening
and Shaquille Griffin.
Come on,
Shaquille. Y'all know what I mean, bro. The brothers that played for Seattle Seahawks. He forgot about them.
Having fun with it. Well, they try and make the most of the opportunity.
Overall, this is a great video.
But which football brothers do you think are the best in NFL history?
He forgot the Shaquille brothers, but that's about it, man. But yeah, that's crazy as hell, bro.